Section 7 of the SmartLyte Plus training covers the proper shutdown procedure. Topics in this section include installing the dummy electrodes, installing the pack shutdown plug, installing the water and flushing the lines, removing the electrodes and the shutdown plug, installing the relief clamps and removing the pump windings, and last, turning the analyzer off. Shutdown procedure for the SmartLyte Plus. A complete shutdown of the analyzer may be necessary to prepare the analyzer for shipping, or in the case the analyzer is not being used for an extended period of time. Never attempt to turn the power off for an extended period of time without performing a complete shutdown of the analyzer. In the case the analyzer is not being used for several days only, it is not recommended to perform a complete shutdown, but to leave the analyzer in standby mode. To perform the shutdown, you will need the following items from the shutdown kit AV-BP5014D. 1 shutdown plug, 5 solenoid relief clamps, 4 dummy electrodes, 2 reference electrode transport housings, one supplied with the shutdown kit, the other saved from installation, 2 containers, and a protective strip for the fluid pack. Starting at the main operation menu, press Instrument Settings, then System to obtain the System menu. Select Shutdown, then confirm "Are you sure?" by pressing the blue forward arrow. Follow the step-by-step instructions on the display as we will describe them now. Start by obtaining 1 dummy electrode for each measurement electrode, ensuring there is an O-ring on each dummy electrode before installing. When the analyzer prompts "Install dummy electrodes," pull the electrode tray forward and remove each measurement electrode. Replace each measurement electrode with a dummy. Carefully unscrew the reference electrode from the reference electrode housing. Temporarily place the reference electrode on a clean, soft cloth or towel. Pour the reference solution remaining in the reference housing into the reference transport housing from the reference electrode when first installed. Carefully screw the reference electrode into the filled transport housing. The shutdown kit transport housing is screwed into the reference housing. Place the reference housing back into the electrode tray and move the lever forward and down, making sure all the electrodes are seated properly. The electrode tray will remain in this forward position. Press the blue forward arrow to proceed with the shutdown process. Remove the fluid pack and push the protective strip firmly onto the fluid pack connectors. Then insert the shutdown plug carefully into the fluid pack receptacle. Installing the water and washing the lines. First, fill 1 container of the shutdown kit about halfway with distilled water. Place the blue marked line into the container filled with water. Place the red marked line into the empty container. Begin the tube washing procedure by pressing the blue forward arrow. The analyzer will take approximately 1 minute to flush all the lines with water. Upon completion, you will receive the prompt. When prompted "Remove water," remove the tubing with the blue mark from the water and place it on a clean absorbent material. Press the blue forward arrow to continue the shutdown process. The pump will turn to remove all the water from the tubing. "Drying, please wait" will be displayed. Upon completion, "Remove electrodes" will be displayed. Remove the shutdown plug from the fluid pack receptacle. Then unplug the reference connector below the left side of the electrode tray. Move the lever on the left side up and remove all dummy electrodes and reference housing and place them on a soft, clean towel. Then move the lever down and push the empty electrode tray into its back position. Unscrew the transport housing from the reference housing. Empty the reference electrode housing of any residue water. Place pathway seals originally removed from the electrodes when first installed on both sides of the electrode. Then place all the electrodes in their protective boxes. When the display prompts "Install valve clamps," install the red relief clamps, making sure that each is snapped securely into position. Never insert the solenoid relief clamps when the fluid pack is in place. Press the blue arrow button to continue. The next step is to unwind the pump tubing from the pump roller. Release pump tubing will appear on the display. Grasp the front winding close to the pump roller and gently pull it off the roller. Do not use your fingernails, which may cut into the tubing. Repeat the same procedure for the rear pump winding. Then press the blue forward arrow. The prompt "Erase data" will appear. Select the desired option based on the description. Keep all, the data will not be erased. Erase data, measurement data, therefore samples, QC, and calibrations will be erased. Erase settings. All user-entered settings such as QC lot numbers and ranges, correlation factors, and service codes will revert to the default numbers. Or erase data and settings. Turning the analyzer off. The prompt "Power off" will appear. Turn the analyzer off. Unplug the power cord from the receptacle. And clean all external surfaces of the analyzer as well as the areas accessible through the main door and sample door. Close the front door. The shutdown is now complete. Remember to always use the original packaging when transporting the analyzer. This concludes Section 7, shutting down the SmartLyte Plus.